Find the exact value of the following expressions. We got cosine inverse of sine pi over 4. So we first find the value of sine pi over 4, this value. Okay, we have some value, and then find cosine inverse of that value. So what is sine 5 pi over 4? Unit circle, I think somewhere here. Sine means y coordinate. Okay, look at this, and that's negative root 2 over 2. So this is cosine inverse of negative root 2 over 2. Now cosine inverse of something should be in between 0 and pi. The inverse cosine inverse of some number could be positive or negative. Positive means in the first quadrant. Here negative means our answer should be here, somewhere here. So find the angle, this angle where the x coordinate, because cosine means x coordinate is root 2 over 2. Negative root 2 over 2. So if you look at closely here, negative root 2 over 2, that will be for 3 pi over 4. Okay, the first coordinate negative root 2 over 2 is at 3 pi over 4. So this is 3 pi over 4. Now tangent inverse of cotangent 2 pi over 3. So we need to figure out the value of cotangent 2 pi over 3. In unit circle, cotangent means the ratio of x and y. So x and y. So unit circle 2 pi over 3 is here somewhere. And if you look at the coordinates, that would be then, okay, that's negative 1/2 root 3 over 2. So x over y. So negative 1/2 divided by root 3 over 2. 2 cancel. So negative 1 over root 3. Okay, we can rationalize this. Then we get negative root 3 over root 3 times root 3 is root 9, which is 3. So negative root 3 over 3. So this is tangent inverse of negative root 3 over 3. Okay. Now this negative for tangent inverse and sine inverse, we can pull negative outside. Tangent inverse of root 3 over 3. Now we are trying to find the angle whose tangent is root 3 over 3. That should be in the first quadrant because we pull the negative outside. So tangent of which angle has root 3 over 3? Okay, you might have to memorize this, but tangent is y over x. So if you look at here, y over x, you'll figure out that tangent pi over 6. Okay, tangent pi over 6 has value root 3 over 3. So this negative pi over 6. Cosine inverse tangent negative pi over 4. Let's figure out what is tangent negative pi over 4. Okay, I'm writing and putting parentheses, not required. And tangent of negative angle, because tangent is an odd function. Odd function means negative outside. Tangent 45 degrees. And tangent 45 degrees is 1. So this is cosine inverse of negative 1. Okay, we cannot pull negative outside for cosine inverse. Don't pull for cosine inverse. So we need to figure out the angle whose cosine is negative 1. So cosine of which angle is negative 1? So cosine means, so we need to look at in the first two quadrants. And negative 1, so negative 1, 0, so that's pi. Cosine of pi is negative 1. That means cosine inverse of negative 1 is pi. Cosine inverse of negative 1 is pi. Final.